Hello and a warm welcome to my channel where I cover stocks and derivative data on a daily basis. Now, in this video, as you can already see, I've covered HCL Technologies, India's one of India's largest IT companies, not just in India but a global giant, with a market cap of over 3 lakh crores and a return on capital employed of around 28.7%. Company is virtually debt free with zero promoter pledge. Promoters hold 60.8%, FII is 19%, domestic institutions 8%, while the public holding is just a mere 12% at the end of March 2023. Now let's have a look at the charts and try to decode what is the outlook look like for HCL Technologies. Before getting into the charts, just a word for those interested in learning harmonic trading patterns, Ichimoku, the Japanese-based multi-time frame systems, trading psychology discipline, which is an extremely crucial factor in our markets, and risk management. When to be aggressive, when to be defensive. My courses are available, videos plus PDF plus hand holding. That is, you learn like a theory, then you send your results to me that how you are interpreting it. I guide you in that, whether it's going correct or what you need to change, modify, and where it's correct, I clarified for you. So a theory come practical, and then you start your own trading and assess yourself where you're going ahead with it. And in the trading psychology risk management classes, there will be 10 live sessions one-on-one with each participant. So there is no crowd noise. There is more of, deducing what is one's strength, what is one's weakness, what are the threats, what are the opportunities in front of you. So everything is done extensively. Each day, a new way of reducing risk is taught and how to identify strength and weakness in the market. So if you are interested and would like to learn, then do shout out an email to me or check out the details in the link in the description box. The courses are from the beginners point of view, right from basic to intermediate to advanced, covering every aspect of each and every trend possible with lots and lots of examples. Now let's go on to the charts and try to decode. Now this is a multi-time frame setup I've done in HCL Tech, in one window to look at monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, trying to get a bigger picture out of the whole scenario. So starting now, let's expand on the monthly. But before that, let's look at the quarterly charts, because such a stock does deserve to have a look at a much bigger time frame. And right from its listing around the .com time, when there was a IT bubble, and we can see that it came out of that bubble and started outperforming. And in this quarterly chart of Ichimoku base, you can see that it has never breached and gone below the baseline of the stock. Always come and bounce back from that zone, even in the COVID lows, even in the 2008. Yeah, that's just around that time, when this lengthy period of .com reaction was there in the stock. After that, when it took off from the subprime, it has held on to it graciously. Even in this long, steady sideways move where people were ruling it out, it continued to went into a sideways correction, not a steep price correction. This was the price correction. This was the sideways correction, and then it took off from there. Now we can see that one dip has come and then again gone into a attempted bounce from here. And let's see now what does the daily or the monthly tell us about the stock. Now in the monthly, quite similar scenario. Only once it has had periods of gone below the baseline, like out here, like in that sideways correction. COVID lows took hold of that scenario and got a bounce back. Again, in 2022, it did go below the baseline, spent 1 month only below it. Just 1 month here and 1 month here. And now, as per Ichimoku, it's given us a bullish TK crossover in the monthly with a future Kumo bullish, which both are good, strong signals. Now let's have a look at the weekly time frame and try to assess it. In the weekly, we can see a structure where this was like a in the lower time frame a double top, which resulted in a correction out here. You can see this out here, double top. But then in the weekly, in a larger time frame, we can see a double bottom kind of bounce back. This was the result of that steeper fall. But then this double bottom structure has again pulled it up from here. Now, from the Ichimoku point of view, stock is trading and sustaining above its fractal out here, sustained well above it. So next major resistance is around 1250 odd rupees out there. Taken support at the baseline of the weekly time frame and tried to push its way up from there. Now, one more factor which I would like to point out here is that the stock has kind of made like a inverse head and shoulder structure, which is a bullish structure. We can see the left shoulder, we can see the head, a double head kind of scenario, and then the formation of a right shoulder. It's actually more like a double right shoulder. There's also a double left shoulder. So the double right, double left shoulder tends to, it's a rarity, but the impact is the same like a normal inverse head and shoulder. So the breakout went and stopped at the 61.8 Fibonacci resistance where normal pullback. Now this pullback has come back to the consolidation zone out here in the lower time frame. And now let's try to decode that. So an inverse head and shoulder breakout, if it continues with its uptrend, then it could push its way further up all the way to 1275, 1345, 1475. These are the Fibonacci probable levels which could happen, which could come in the stock as per the weekly. So the medium term looks quite fine. We've seen the long term at a very good support and giving a bullish reversal signal. Now let's have a look at the daily time frame. Yeah, in the daily we can see that this was a gap up out here of 14th of October, which is yet to be covered. And we saw the Infosys results which came out last week, which resulted in a full IT stock tumble, which gave a gap down in this zone. Like I said, back into the breakout area of the IHS breakout from a Fibonacci resistance pullback. So some consolidation zone occurring here. Now let's have a look at the hourly time frame. Hourly also sharp breakdown. Before the Infi result, it did do some down move, tried to go up, and in the lower time frame, we can see this was the high. This was the lower high formation out here. Still to make a lower low. Still holding on to that position out there. Now let's have a look at the derivative data, the futures and options derivative data, and try to analyze what. So the option data for August, I'm not going to look at July, with just 2 more trading sessions left. The August settlement data, you can see a huge wall at 1200, not too much of liquidity compared to what the other IT stocks like Infosys and TCS have, or Tech Mahindra. But you can see a good put build up at 1100 and trying to make a bearish PCR out here at 1150, but 1200 remains a critical resistance going forward. And the option data suggesting 1100 could act like a solid support. If that breaches, then the data suggests 1050. We can see normal tendency of option writing taking place before the new settlement premiums being set up by option writers out there. Let's have a look at the future buildup of the stock and try to analyze what looks there in the last 5 days. So in the last 5 days, the stock, yes, had a tumble as discussed because of the Infosys uh, result. It's a big OI change which took place, fresh shorts in short build-up in the system. But today, that is Tuesday, very, very flat day, but a huge OI change has taken place in it. Now, this OI, because we are in settlement week, we do not look at it in an abandoned one-day basis. We need to see a much bigger picture and see what lies ahead for it. This could be mere rollovers taking place. Yesterday some unwinding, today fresh, long or short, or today that, tomorrow might be the reversal taking place. So we'll try to decode that now from the charts once again. So coming back to the charts, we can see that there is a very solid support in the weekly at 1090 to 1050. That's a huge. Even the option data of August suggesting 1100 to 1050 as a fantastic support. Even in the monthly, we have 1050 as a very strong wall. The daily Ichimoku multi-time frame showing at a support currently in the daily time frame. Okay, not yet given us a turnaround at a cloud which is bullish. In case this low does not hold, in case it fails to move above 1120 from tomorrow, it will come inside a cloud which is a level of uncertainty in the lower time frame, which could, due to some circumstances, see a pullback out here till 1170 to 1150. So the multi-time frame and the option data both coming to suggesting those levels of 1090 or to 1050 as areas where smart money could come in and again start building up positions in the stock. We've seen the future build up being slightly bearish at the current moment. Now, in case it does a turnaround before that, does not go down to 1090 or 1050 from the current zone, which is not too much, just 20 to 60 bucks away, then if it starts sustaining above 1035, 1035 would be a crucial level. From there onwards, it will again try to push its way up. The 1035 level is also the baseline in the daily time frame. Once that is taken out, we would see a resumption. Then we would be able to say that this low made on 13th of July is a higher low, and subsequently a minor higher low formation taking place in it, and then further going up. So between this 1090, 1050 to 1135, it's more of a swing zone, and you could see a lot of volatility taking place there. Wait for a proper support to come so that your risk is very low before you think of an entry. Or in case you are bearish in that stock, you should know that above 1135, the stock will start getting into a rally mode. Or rather, if you planning to short, you have to make sure not to do it near a strong support level in this case. Now, in case due to some circumstances, it does not hold this 1050 barrier also, there's IT weakness, there's possibility of further breakdown due to whatever global factors does tend to, if something like that happens, because we don't know, the future is uncertain in every aspect. So we look at downward supports all the way, then in that case, all the way to 1000, and then this gap up area near 950. So short term, very crucial 1050 to 1090 level. Anything below that would put a lot of pressure in the stock to go into a medium term corrective mode in that case. While upside, like I said, above 1035, if it starts sustaining, then it has got a strong potential to go and achieve its targets at 1200, it's all 1275, 1350, 1475 accordingly. It's one of the stronger IT players of late. Earlier on, it was always Infosys and TCS which were leading, but over in the last 6-7 months, it's done comparatively better. It's not rallied strongly, but it has not corrected as sharply as we have seen in TCS and Infosys and other IT stocks. So overall, at a tenterhooks, neither here nor there, but looks very promising from a trader and a investor's point of view. Uh, a disclaimer: this is not a trading advice. Please do your research thoroughly and then take a call on whether you want to trade it, invest it, or leave it aside. But whatever you do, please always calculate your risk and your whatever time frame you wish to trade that stock in, and manage your risk accordingly. And I hope you like this video. It's of help to you. So please do click on the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also share this video. Until then, happy investing, everyone. Bye bye.